Hi, this is Francine, and I would like to speak about the Black Coalition, which was in New Haven, Connecticut. But before the Black Coalition, you have the Black Panther. Angela Davis was a part of the Black Panther, and that was a very good movement. But here comes the Black Coalition. I worked for the Black Coalition for several years. My boss was Jimmy Jones and his wife Emma Jones, and our regular that attended the Black Panther was Reverend Jesse Jackson. And the Black Panther was a movement that helped the inner city people, the inner city youths, really, it helped. Because when the police or anyone wouldn't help, then the Black Panther, the Black Coalition would come in, and that would also involve Al Sharpton to get involved. Now they make it the Rainbow Coalition. We start off as the Black Coalition, and before that the Pink Panther. They all associate with each other. It's all under one thing. And I have an incident. There's an incident in one of the school in New Haven, Connecticut, where a teacher kicked a student, and they didn't let it sit like that. They was marching because the school didn't want to get rid of the teacher. They marched, they protest, went to court, and the teacher was dismissed. Really, he was fired. A lot of things used to go on with the Black inner city youth. It was worse than now. Now you have Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters years ago. But now they come up with this Black Lives Matters when it should be All Life Matters. In New Haven, Connecticut, years ago, and I'm sure it's going on now, the violence is very terrible. The younger kids, where they getting guns from, I don't know. But it's on the school ground. It's in their homes. It's all over. And there's a lot of Black youths getting killed. But when you have the Black Coalition before, the younger folks, they look up to the Black Coalition, and if they have anything going on in their household, they could come to the Black Coalition and they would let you know what's going on, and they would fix things for them. It was non-violent organization. They will come out and march and protest when something is wrong, but there's no one looting, breaking in stores, stealing anything. It was a peaceful protest. And the Reverend Jesse Jackson would come out and he would speak and people listen. Jimmy Jones would speak and people listen. And it was a nice place to work because I learned so much. People would come in with problems. People would come in not only with problems, they come in, they don't have any food to eat. They would make sure they get food to eat. They would make sure the household is being fed. They were for the inner city youths. It didn't matter if you were black or white. They didn't care about your color. They would help everyone. And I'm proud that I was a part of the Black Coalition, I get to meet the Reverend Jesse Jackson a couple times. Man, at that time, he's very handsome now, but at that time, he would put Denzel Washington to a shame. And everyone would try to help. You got mothers helping, fathers mentoring their own kids. You know, you never used to find no fathers wearing their pants down their butt without a belt, and the kid wearing their pants down without a belt. Everything was fine. You know, I'm sure the prison was as packed as it is now, because they would try to get, if someone got to go to court and they have no lawyer, they would try to get lawyers. They would try to help. They would try to get someone who could stand up for them in the community in the court. But now you have no backative. Everyone don't care. When something go down, all people trying to do is loot. People sit down there waiting for something to happen. Some of them even start stuff so there could be marching and wasting the police time, and so that they could loot it. Some of them never have a TV in their house. You go into their house, they have a 70-inch TV. I don't know, they carry a refrigerator, but they're still that running with it too. They will steal the cream out of the coffee when something is going on. And they're not marching for the cause. They are the problem. So I'm glad that we have police. Yeah, you know, you have very good police. Very, very good police who helps. You got a couple of crooked ones, but I think the good outweigh the bad. They help. They really, really try to help, because I remember when I was in a situation here with my neighbor, and the police, I have to call the cop 5 times, and the police was very nice. You know, they were very nice. And when they would speak in Spanish, I asked them, please speak in English. I don't speak Spanish. They listen to me, and they speak in English. You know, the police are good. There's a lot of good ones. You got a lot of people out there, they blame everything on slavery. They're still waiting for their mule and their 10 acres of land before going out there to make a life for themselves. You know, people don't have to sit down on the welfare. They don't have to. They can try and help. I know women who have a lot of babies, and when the last one turns 5 years old, they're pregnant again, because they don't want their wick to run out. They want to stay in the city, and is that right? Then you got the kids growing up, and they're doing the same thing. They start doing what their mama doing. And the welfare is for the needy, not the greedy. And a lot of these ladies, they don't know who the baby daddy is. That's why you have a lot of homes with single women. Because some of the men, they run away, they don't know if they're the father. They don't even bother to go take a paternity test to see if it's their children or not. But every house needs a man in the house. Only a man could teach a man to be a man. A woman cannot teach a man to be a man. You know, that's why these youngsters get into a lot of trouble. They think they're the man of the house. The mother can't even talk to them. They'll tell their mother to shut up, because there's not a man around. And you got women out there working 2, 3 jobs to take care of the household. That's where the Black Coalition did come in. They try to help. They try to teach men how to be men, and teach boys how to be men when they grow up, and, you know, try to set them on their way so they wouldn't get in trouble. You know? Keep telling them to go to school, get yourself an education, don't hang out on the street, don't sell drugs. You can grow up to be anything you want to be. You go to school, listen to your teacher. You could be anything you want to be in this country. As long as you want something, you can achieve it. No matter who try to pull you down, or who try to tell you, no, you can't make it. You can make it. But if you keep listening to people that are saying that you can't make it, you won't make it. Don't listen to people that's feeding you a lot of negativity. You know, you let it go through 1 year and go through the other. And you try to keep pushing yourself. Because if you don't push yourself, sometimes there's nobody else there to push you. You know, what if the person who is pushing you is no longer around? You can't just curl up and die. You got to push yourself. Life is short. You want when you died, people remember you of your goodness. Not that he was a lazy old bum or he was a killer or robber. You know. You got to live the right way. And the Black Coalition mentor a lot of students, lot of children, and that's why I like them. And they will speak up for you. If something happened, whether you get in trouble, and it wasn't your fault, or if it is your fault, they're gonna stand up for you. And they will, in the end, talk to you about it, what you did wrong and where you go wrong. They're not gonna pat you on your back and say, you know, good job. They will tell you good job if you did something right. I remember when I was working at this facility, I was no longer working with the Black Coalition. I went and get another job because I leave the Black Coalition, not because they treat me bad, but I was looking for a job that paid me more money. And I remember we went on strike. We was on strike for 6 months. And they wouldn't pay us. And it was our fault why we was on strike. You know, they decide they don't want to give us more money, but they want to give you more work. So everyone in the facility went on strike. So they called the Reverend Jesse Jackson. He was there. And a lot of people in the community, you know, that support the 1199 union. They were the union that time. They were fighting for us to get our job back. But they didn't want to give us the job back, so they hired a lot of scabs to come in and work. And while we was outside protesting and, you know, marching very peacefully, they would call the police. So one day, everyone decided that it was the Reverend Jesse Jackson idea that we should sit in the middle of the street, block the street, because every day police was there. Every day there was like 6 police there because it was a big strike run by the 1199 union. So the next day, everyone was supposed to sit in the middle of the road, block the road, and they do this deliberately to get arrested because they're trying to send out, what you call it? I can't think of the word right now. A message. They're sending a message that we mean business. So the day come when everyone's supposed to sit in the road, a lot of people show up. So I walk up there and I see a lot of people show up sitting in the road. I went back home. I went back home. I was about to get arrested. And I was thinking to myself, what if I sit in the road and some crazy person drive through the crowd? Everybody out there be dead. So I went back home. And the next day when I returned to the picket line, people was pointing their finger at me and saying, look at that chicken. Yesterday she ran. And now today she's back. So I said I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead chicken. Because yesterday a lot of people get arrested. I wasn't arrested because I didn't protest that day. I didn't go sit in no road. I mean, I want my money, but I'm not crazy. And they say that now you come when everything is over. I say, yeah, I know. I'm not gonna get arrested. For I get more and more on at most. I'm not gonna get run over by no car or no truck. You know, cause people they're crazy. They see you sitting in the road and they just run over you for the hell of it. I wasn't about to do that, so a lot of people was upset with me, but who cares? I'm alive to talk about it. I'm glad no one did get run over. Because when I went back home, I was praying for them. I want my money too, but I don't want the money that bad that I'm going to get myself killed. So the Reverend Jesse Jackson, he got arrested. A lot of them got arrested. They got let out back the same day when they went downtown in their paddy wagon and they explained everything. They let them all out. I'm happy they did let them all out. But the strike lasted for 6 months and they didn't want to pay us. But in the end, we get the money. We get back our money. All the back pay, we get it back. And we got back the job. We went back to job. And we went back to the job and they keep some of the scabs there, which we become very good friends because we realize that people need work. And they will cross a picket line to get a job. So I didn't blame them for crossing the picket line, you know. They have a family to feed. So that's what they did. And we all become friends. And we always one happy family. But I want to share this with you that sometime in life, or no time in life, you cannot give up. Because when things is bad, it can get better. When we went back to work, we get $2 raise. Yeah, we get $2 raise, so it did worth it. Because if you making $10 an hour, for example, and you go back in and you get $12, that's good. But we was making way more than that there because we were some of the people there were CNAs, home health aide, nurses, RN, LPN, nurse practitioner was working there, the dietary aides, housekeepers, respiratory aides. A lot of people was working there. Some of them I probably forget their title. But it was a good experience because I never was involved in a strike before. But it turned out pretty well. But not all strikes turned out good. Sometimes people get hurt. But I figure there's something to be learned from it somewhere or the other. But I want to big up the Black Coalition. I know they no longer exist. And I want to big up the Reverend Jesse Jackson, Mr. Jimmy Jones and Miss Emma Jones and the rest of the crew that worked with us back then. This is Francine Williams signing off. Please like, subscribe. Thank you.